All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Atlanta Police Department. I do not live in Atlanta. I used to live in Atlanta. I have siblings who are currently living in Atlanta. I have a daughter who lives on the outskirts of Atlanta and that I do not talk to, but I know she's there somewhere. And Atlanta is a huge, huge mecca for actually all types of people. Like people like to say, for black people, because there's a large populace of black people that live there. But Atlanta is a huge financial hub for pretty much any race that's coming into the country and looking to get a piece of America. So that's that. But of course, the black populace, that is, of course, one of the larger populations here in the United States of America. A lot of black people have gravitated towards Atlanta for many reasons, because they thought they could get a job down there, because of the schools that are down there, because of the history that's in Atlanta, because of the women, because of the parties, because the wonderful Wizard of Oz. But Atlanta's police department, they are. It sounds like a strike, but it's not. They are in solidarity and in support. They are in support of the. Let's just listen to it. Let's see if we can get out of this. See if we can get some. All right, so it's coming from the news. It's coming from the news. Let me see. Being told there will be dozens and dozens and dozens of officers who plan to call out sick tomorrow to show their solidarity with these officers. I also want to speak about tonight, because I just got a text message from somebody else who says there's more than 65 calls right now throughout the city that are not being answered. And look, it's broken down by precinct, and all through the city there are precincts that supposedly are not getting their calls answered right now. And that is troubling, of course, to many people who work inside the police department. We've also heard that the city of Atlanta has asked for mutual aid from other agencies throughout the metro Atlanta area, and they are refusing to come help, because obviously they don't want to put their officers in harm's way at this point. This conversation has been ongoing for quite some time. The morale at the police department, I've been told by many veteran officers, is the lowest it's been in quite some time. You have to remember, the chief stepped down. This was a chief that a lot of people liked. The chief stepped down too? She was forced to step down. You had 6 officers. All right, so there you have it. There will be dozens and dozens of officers. So pretty much, I don't know what county this is. I guess it's Fulton County. We know that Fulton County has been having a lot of problems in all types of areas, but this one is going to take the cake. Now, I am not making this video to talk bad about Atlanta. For those of you who watch my Why I Left Atlanta, it wasn't to talk bad about Atlanta. It was simply to talk about Atlanta and what it's like living there, and how you're going to have to really get your hustle on in order to make something. You just don't want to be, down there, because you will get turned away because of the job market back then when I lived there, which was 15 years ago. However, now, you know, I don't talk to my siblings that live in Atlanta, but if I did, I would tell them to move out of Atlanta. I would tell them to get out of there. When you have 65 police officers not answering the phone, that's a lot of police. All right. It when you understand the area that one cop patrols, you know what I'm saying, and then you got 65 not calling, just like boom, we're done, and then you have other police departments in that area saying, "No, we not coming either." Oh, that's it. You have lawlessness, and then they just put this on the news. So whatever happens, happens. Like nobody's coming to save you. Atlanta is a hard place to live. So it's about to get real ugly real fast. And this is the police department's fault. You're going to support somebody who shot a man in the back regardless of the fact that he was wrestling with both of you and he took your taser. He took the taser and then he ran. And let's get this straight. He took the taser off of you. So he was being hurt by the taser, and then he grabs the taser and takes it off of the person who's hurting him. This is not cause to kill someone. And then he runs. So you're not in danger if somebody's running from you. I don't know not one person who has ever been in danger when somebody's running from them while they were running from them. I don't recall any of that. The man was running from you with taser in hand because you were tasing him. Taser's hurt. He grabs the taser, gets away from you. He's running, and the other cop is still trying to taser him. And the cop who got his taser taken, obviously got a pride hurt, opens fire on someone he's 100 feet ahead of you. He's not even, he can't swing on you. He has nothing in his hand that's going to cause you harm. He's running from you. The taser doesn't even stretch that far. Like, he can't even turn around and tase you and hurt you. There's nothing he can do to hurt you when he's running the opposite direction that you're in. So I just don't understand why you felt it was necessary to kill this man, other than you didn't think his life mattered. So you killed a man simply because you could. There was no other reason. Uh, um, when they went over all of the laws and all of the things this officer done wrong, not only did he shoot this man, he shot at another car and two people who were sitting in another car. So he just opened fire, clack, 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 and he shot at some other people. So the man did a lot of damage. He did a lot of damage, and he did it on purpose. Uh, and he did it on purpose. He didn't shoot this guy in self defense. That's what your revolver is for, self defense. So I don't care what his record was. The man was running from you. You shot him simply because you could. He didn't beat you up. It just doesn't make any sense. But people are trying to say because he had the taser and he took the taser, I would have took it from you too if I could, and you were tasing me. I'm not gonna sit there and let you tase me. Oh, stop tasing me. Oh, this feels in. No, I'm gonna snatch the taser out of your hand, and I'm gonna run away, which is what he did. This is what a human would do in all logical sense, is get away from the pain. That's what we do. We run away from pain, and he ran away, and it cost him his life. And now the police officers, the police officer that did shoot him, got fired, and now he's facing life. He's facing life in prison. So all of the other police officers are like, "Hey, this guy's facing all these charges. We're not answering the phone anymore." Well, let me fully understand this, Atlanta police officers. Let me understand this. Let me understand this. We know that you're a police officer. Everybody knows who the police are. They know that you're a police officer, right? Let me get this straight. Ever since the riots, there has just been hatred towards the police. And some people don't care what you did, they just hate the police. Now is not the time to go home and not be a cop. This is probably not what you want to do. You guys want to be as tight as possible right now as a unit. Well, here's the thing. I know you're being a smartass, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. About, for one, being a cop. When I lived in Atlanta, I I actually, because I used to work in, House of Representatives. I actually applied to be a sheriff out here. Uh, and so when I went to Atlanta, I thought about it. You know, what could I do in that arena? Not necessarily a cop, though. But here's the thing. While I was in Atlanta, a young lady and myself that I met at a job fair, We became, associates, I guess, because we were applying at these job fairs. And she said, I thought about being a cop, but a police officer told me you don't want to be a cop because they'll find you somewhere stinking, meaning they'll kill you. The police will kill you. There went my thoughts of being a police officer right out the window. And I didn't really want to be in the police. I just wanted to work in the political arena. But even then, a sheriff that was running for office was knocking off his secretary. He was screwing his secretary and then had his friends go and kill his opponent, who was already the sheriff. So this guy was applying to be the sheriff. There went everything out the window for me. I was like, no, this is not the place to be in politics. I mean, they waited for him to come home and shot this guy up. And how they found out is because, they end up talking to the secretary and she was like, yeah, we were having an affair and he's the one who killed him. I'm like, nix on that. No, nothing for that for me. So Columbus and Atlanta is just two different places. So I wouldn't apply to be a police officer because the organization is just way out there for me. It is a different animal and it turns you into something else. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't have any ambitions to be any rougher around the edges than what I am. I love peace. I stay away from people because I love peace. Okay. And being a police officer nowadays is the total opposite of peace. Now, what are these people going to do who live in the ATL? You know what I'm saying? 65 police officers, done. Other police officers won't come into those areas. I mean, I talk to people online who are from there all the time. One guy told me, I was talking about Zone 6, he was like, yeah, Zone 6 is the truth. I live there now. He's like, it's crazy down here. If you ain't from here, don't come here. What happens when all of these people just rise up and decides to go up in the Buckhead? What happens? And all these people from Buckhead are calling. Buckhead is where the rich area is. Zone 6 is where the poor area is. What happens when all these people decide, you know what? Tommy Hilfiger and all that other stuff, we're going to go up there and rob that mall. And if anybody get in our way, we're just going to run them over. I mean, what happens? Because that's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking at. This is not good. I've always said this. We need police. We don't need corruption. Now, of course, what's going to happen is the U.S. military is going to step in and take over. For one, I don't think this is an accident. I think this is just a way for the military to take over. I think this whole thing is designed. I do. I mean, it just makes sense. If the police step out, who's going to control the people? And it's all about span of control. That's what this is all about. How can we control the people? The coronavirus, control. George Floyd, control. It's all about how can we control the people? That's what it's all about. How can we keep the people, how can we dangle flashing lights and shiny things in front of people and keep them under control? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You know what I'm saying? How can we do that? We give the people what they want. We give them their basic needs, and they think that they're in some sort of control when we're controlling the whole thing. But what happens when the whole system breaks down? Then there's going to be a fight for control. And that fight is going to start at ground level. It already has. That fight is going to start in between you and your neighbors. That fight is going to start, now. I've been holding off getting a weapon, but there's just no doubt in my mind that I need one, and I really don't want to get one. I don't. I don't want to get a gun. I don't. I don't. But things are getting to the point where I'm gonna have to get something, and I don't have one right now. I don't. But I'm gonna have to legally get a weapon because it's getting heated even around here. It's getting there, and I am trying to hold back, not being a part of the problem and trying to be a part of the solution. I don't want any ruckus. I don't want to get into a firefight. I don't want to bump heads with none of these young people running around carrying pistols. I don't want no part of any of this action that's about to take place. But Atlanta is going to be a example, and it's just going to be bad. Get yourself 6 months worth of food. Get yourself a way to protect that food. Have yourself, some water, a way to light yourself at night so you can see. And I've been to a couple gun stores and they're cleaned out, and I think I've reached the end of my tether. I'm going to have to get myself a firearm. I don't want to, but I am. I'm going to have to. And it's bad. I don't want to be with them, run around with these crazy people. I just don't think they're going to give us much choice. Hey, everybody is losing their mind all at the same time. And the crazies are taking over. And here's one thing you can't do. You can't match crazy with crazy. You can't all of a sudden decide to be crazy. Crazy is a practice. It's a skill. It is. It's a skill. There are just some people who are far better at it than you. And if you try to match their crazy, you're going to lose. You are what you are. If you're a nice, kind person, that's what you are. You're a good person, that's what you are. And when you see the nice, kind people who just want peace out there toting M16s, then the world has turned upside down. And that's what they're doing. They're turning the world upside down. I mean, you have to decide now what you want to be. You do. The supermarkets are full now, but how long is that going to last? And when the food runs out, you're really going to see crazy. I mean, we've already experienced just a touch of that, haven't we? When we thought all the food was going to run out. You go into the store, there was no meat in the store. None. Toilet paper gone. All kind of other stuff gone. People were hoarding it. Truckers couldn't get, the supplies to everyone. And then they finally got the supplies out and everything was restocked. Everybody was, okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's about to get that bad. I will be going to the store this month and I'm going to pack my fridge. I'm going to pack my fridge, man. Pack my fridge. I'm going back to the gun store. And I've just been holding off getting just a little, legal. I've been holding off getting one because I don't want the issues. I don't want to be hot headed. I don't want those spirits talking to me and trying to convince me to go out and shoot somebody because, you people shoot back. You're not the only one who's got a gun. It doesn't make you Superman all of a sudden. Just it puts you in harm's way because, you think you're good as long as I got this weapon. If you're outnumbered and outgunned, it just doesn't matter. If you got a weapon or not. I mean, there are people walking around with AR-15s fully loaded with you know, a drum, with a drum full of bullets. You know what I'm saying? A drum full of bullets. I've seen plenty of people who got hidden spaces in their house just loaded with it. They got a arson. These are regular people who have an arsenal of weapons at their disposal, just ready for the purge to happen. Like people are serious. You're not gonna run up in somebody's house with your little nickel plated 45 and come out unscathed. Yes, stock up. It's about to get real. You live in Atlanta, Lady G. Lady G, tell us what it's like in the ATL right now. I wish you were doing a video because you're at ground zero. You're at ground zero. Lady G is at ground zero. I don't know what part of town you live on. I don't want to know. But can you tell us if the police are still patrolling in your part of town? Can you tell us if, honestly, man, don't put your hopes in. Hold on, let me get my glasses. I'm glad you guys are talking to me because it's about to get real, people. When Tom tells you it's about to get real, it's about to get real. All right. Oh, you're in New York City. Even worse. This is true. But still, I mean, how are the cops in that area? Honestly, man, don't put your hopes in electricity. Get around town and fill up on MREs. You sound like me. Might be better off spending that money on bullets. Getting a 10 pack just mean filling fridge, etc. Hate to see that food waste. Well, there is such thing as a generator. Of course, there's gas generators that make electricity. But if that goes out, then that's an issue too. There are also there are I've been stocking up on non-perishables. Yes, me too. I got so many cans of pork and beans. I got cans of pork and beans. uh, so there are different kinds of generators. I'm gonna look up one. So you guys are talking just like me. All right, so I don't know if I can just turn this around. But so I'm looking at some of these generators. Now these are all gas to electric. They're pretty expensive too. Propane. I mean, these are, what I'm saying, Patriot powered. Now, this is what I'm actually interested in. The solar battery backup, you no longer have to worry about power outages. This is what I'm interested in. But I know, okay, let me see if it's gonna pull it up. I'll read the comments in just a second, but see that number, that 2,500? That is steep for me. I mean, if you get it and you rule the planet, as far as electricity goes, everybody's gonna be your best friend. And what are you gonna charge them? You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no money. You'd have to charge them food, actually. And, if you can hold it down and protect it, because if you can't, then that's a whole different issue. But this is what I am most interested in: solar energy. But that's a lot of money and it's a huge setup. It's a huge setup. I'm very much interested in it though. But you gotta save your pennies for that joint right there. Yeah, if you're in the environment for it, getting away from the city is not a bad idea either. And a dense urban town generator just sounds like the place with the loot, right? With your own land, it's amazing. Yeah, if I had my own land, if I had my own land, I would go out and, eventually invest in one of these. Or I would have probably already had it, actually. I would probably have this and a gas generator, you know, just for backup. I'd probably have uh, at least two electric generators, because the electric generators, the gas ones, you can get those for $300, $400. It's not like that's nothing, but you can get some good used ones and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? And if one of them goes out, it's like, oh, okay, that sucks, but I got another one here, and it's lighting up the whole house. I mean, you're cooking, your fridge, and all that stuff, so you're still good. Like this one here, this one from Walmart. Um, well, I'll wait till it's shut. My internet is a little slow right now. One from Walmart is I actually went into Walmart to look at one. You know, you also talk of noise reduction and all that. But this one is here. This is very interesting. This is $349. Uh, it's 2,000 watts, portable generator, super quiet, inverter generator with 9 hours runtime, complete with echo mode generator for emergency, home, and travel. So this is right up my alley here. I mean, but the thing about it is it runs on gas, and we all know how that's gonna go. You know what I'm saying, now if you're a farmer and you're creating your own uh, gas, and some farmers do, they create it out of either pigs or vegetables, and they run their tractors and their automobiles off of the land. So they don't go to the gas station. They have automobiles and other vehicles that run simply off of their pigs and vegetables. And I know somebody who actually does this. He's got an old truck, and an old truck he just doesn't go to the gas station. He has his own gas. So big ups to him. Now he's good. You know what I'm saying? He's good. And he lives, he owns a restaurant. He's good to go. Me, I'm in the struggle. So I'm not sure. Well, let me say, when I say I'm not sure what to do, I'm saying I'm not. I keep thinking that we're going to have to make a mass exodus out of this country, head down to Mexico and go right through Mexico. If you can, cross the water into the Bahamas. But that's going to be hell on earth, too. But it'll be easier. It'll be easier than staying in America, although America is larger. The problem is not, see, when the police aren't there anymore, it's not the U.S. military that you're going to be worried about. Because they're still going to be of the same mind. They're going to have their agenda. They're going to say, yeah, you're coming with us. There's going to be no questions about it. However, it's the crazies that you don't want to catch you, because all they want to do is take your stuff. And if you are of some value, they're going to take you too. And next thing you know, I mean, we're right back into, I mean, we're on some Game of Thrones type stuff. That's where we're heading. Uh, so if you got a family, especially if you got girls, you got some young daughters, man, as archaic as it sounds, they're going to be very, very valuable to these nutcases. And we all know it's the truth. We all know it's the truth. And you're going to have to knock some people off the planet for them. And I would if I were you. Like I wouldn't even play around with that. I wouldn't even let somebody look at my kid twice without questioning their motives right here and now. I'm about to let these bullets fly, big dog. What's going on? Now, for those of you who don't believe that, you need to look and see what the hurricane did when it hit Louisiana, and all those people had to stay in the stadium. There were a lot of assaults going on females. There were a lot. Those people turned into animals real fast. Really, 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 real fast. So I wouldn't even be trying to see that happen. Now, some of these, there are a lot of single people, out there. There's a lot of single men out there, and you know, there's going to be there's a lot of angry people in the world. There's a lot of angry people, and they're armed. Yeah, angry women too. Trust me. But some of these single women, if I was a woman right now, I would go find me a dude. I would. I wouldn't be playing stupid games. I wouldn't be, you ain't good enough. I would find me a dude, especially if I had kids. I would find me, and I would be feeding the hell out of. I'd be like, yo, what's up? You hungry? You hungry? And I would feed the hell because listen, that food will make that man come back. I don't care who it is around here. If they start shelling out food, somebody's coming to see you. And they're gonna keep coming to see you because you got food. You know what I'm saying? And all these single women out here who followed that whole feminist movement that these crazy white women made up, and it spread all over the damn world, they are going to be ass out. They're in trouble. A lot of those crazy women who had lawsuits against men that didn't do anything, and they knew that they didn't. Don't forget, everything is on social media. It's not like we don't know who you are. We know you're dangerous. You don't like men. We know you made money off of lies. We know you incarcerated men. And I'm not turning on women. I'm saying that now is not the time to go it alone. Now's not the time to go it alone. And I'm by myself, trust. But for females, now is not the time for you to go it alone. Now is not the time for you to be a stuck up evil person. Now is the time to harden your exterior, soften your interior. Get to know somebody. I don't care if you just need to be friends with them. I don't care if you guys just need to have some camaraderie, have something that you both can relate to. You don't have to sleep with each other. But now is not the time to hate men. Do not do that. I ain't saying go around and free love everyone. Don't do that. I'm telling you, find someone and get yourself a homie, somebody who's going to come around and give them a reason to come around. Give them a reason to come around and let them know what it is. Like, I'm not trying to be, leg, or you are trying to give them some leg, whatever is going to create a good friendship. And it sounds so base. It sounds so Neanderthal. But I'm telling you now, as an older gentleman, I'm letting you know now, as an older gentleman, what keeps me away from a lot of these females is their nasty attitude. I don't trust them and I don't want to be around them. But there are a few females around here that talk to me, and I'm very, very nice to them. And I tell them why. I'm nice to you because you talk to me. You're not afraid of me. You don't treat me like trash. Because there's women around here who do that. Like my one neighbor, she asked me to come and look at her dryer. I came there, looked at her dryer, told her what was going on, and she started to pay me. And I said, I'm good on the money. I said, I'm nice to you because you're nice to me. Plus, I really didn't have to do much. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that she was going to pay me for my service, for one. That's what's up. You pay people when they do stuff for you like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Be nice to, you know, you're going to need some muscle. You are. She got two kids. Baby dad comes around every now and then. You're going to need some help. I'm going to need some help. We're all going to need some help because we can be overpowered quickly. We don't want that. Now is not the time to be a superhero. Now is not the time to think that you are a superhero and you can take on everything by yourself. I'm strong, but I know I'm not strong enough to take on everyone. There are people running around here bigger than me, stronger than me. I realize that. Uh, you know, I've been going it alone for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a woman either. There's some women who just hate men. Some of those women are going to have to let that go. They are. They are. They're gonna have to let that go, and they might even team up with a bunch of chicks. That's fine. Team up with somebody is what I'm saying. I am eventually gonna have to team up with somebody. And the thing about me is, people watch what I do around here. They know that I'm strong. That's why a lot of them don't mess with me and stay away from me. And I get that. I'm strong. Don't mess with me because I don't mess with you. However, there are some people who don't see it as a threat and they completely understand it. And neighbors actually come to me and ask me to do stuff for them. I got a neighbor who's been paying me to hang his TV in his new house and stuff like that and help him with his fridge. And he's like, I want you to do this, I'll pay you. I want you to do this, I'll pay you. Because he saw me moving refrigerators. So that type of thing. Matter of fact, I have to mount two of his TVs tomorrow. And the guy pays me. I'm like, this is what I want. Pay me. There are a lot of non-believers out there talking about how they are spending hundreds buying UGG supplier slippers from for babies' ignorance to what's going on down and getting huge. What's going on? Lawsuits, not buying generators, not stocking. Not good. That's not good at all. Definitely best to prepare early, but I hold some people. You hope some people that communities uh, of alone and vulnerable will quickly come together when they start seeing it on their own streets. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying because I'm not telling women to go out and just start spreading your legs for everyone. Sex is a weapon, but I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you that there is a vast difference between the two sexes, and that is on purpose. That difference, when both of you are unarmed, you're going to see that difference come to fruition real quick. Listen, when they take away the law, and this is what's happening, when the police are not taking your call, they think I'm just talking, think I am so-called know-it-all. Well, listen, right now, I need somebody who knows it all. I would be listening to you is what I'd be doing. What I'm saying is right now, ladies, the deconstruction of the male has gone on for since the 60s, right? The tearing down of the man, the feminizing the man. We got superstars who want to cut the penis off of their boys. We got all kind of weird and godless stuff going on aimed at the men. You know what I'm saying? We got just in black neighborhoods, the music you listen to, it's so the men will separate from the women. So the nucleus of the family is not there. That's what a lot of this music does. Every time you call some woman out of her name and blah blah blah, and you just go and sleep with women and you do all this is basically saying you don't want a family. Paperclip been involved in us and so, right, right. So that's what they're doing. They're separating the family. They're taking the man away from the woman and leaving the woman and the child by themselves on their own. And we have to reconstruct the family. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not getting at going out there and just being a strumpet, tramp. I'm saying that the tearing down that they did of the family, the whole sexual movement against the man and making the man a woman, that that goes against the family. That's what they attacked. They attacked the family. A man should love a man. When you do that, you're attacking the basic family, the basic structure of marriage, the Bible. You're attacking that. You know what I'm saying? If a man is loving another man, they're not having children. They may adopt children, but they're not naturally having children. So the natural form of the family has been interrupted and corrupted in all nationalities. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who allows this man on man and woman on woman to sustain, then you are interrupting the nucleus of the family. That's what you're doing, because you can't naturally have children. Now, if that's who you choose to love, there's nothing no one can really say or do about it. That's what you're going to do. But you have taken away from the family. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. When you done that, you left this woman to be on her own. When I had a child, I wanted to marry my baby mama. I didn't want to be a baby daddy. I wanted to marry her. And even her father was like, back in my day, we married. He was telling me this, and I was looking at him. I was like, you need to talk to your daughter because she's the one that doesn't want to marry me. You know what I'm saying? You're not coming at me like I'm a dead. I'm sitting in your house. If I was a guy who just wanted to disappear, then I would not be here. And you know what I'm saying? Talking to you. You didn't come to my house. I'm at your house. So I believed in that, marriage and whole thing. And as my life continued, I started running into women who just wanted to sleep with me. And it soured my outlook on marriage. Like I don't really trust any woman. You know what I'm saying? That's another way of just being deconstructed. Women want to go out and shake their ass and and fight and all this other stuff taken away from the family. The family is going to have to come together. They are. They're going to have to come together in order for humanity to survive, in order for our moral code to survive. Females are going to have to drop the whole sagging pants and you're hard and all that. No, you're a woman. You have to drop all that. You're going to have to drop all this fighting your man and all this evil stuff that the world told you is okay. Don't take nobody's nonsense, but there's just a way to be a woman, and men are going to have to cut out all this beating up on women and all this crazy corruption that they've been taught, and to hate the black woman, and to just and all the nonsense that they do. They're going to have to cut it out because they're going to need each other, and that's just a fact. They're going to need each other, and now is the time to get together with somebody, love somebody, and hang on to them uh, as much as you can, if that's what you're going to do. Now, the Bible talks about how the families are going to be split up, brother against brother. Bible talks, like Paul, he says, "I wish you were all like me, but if not, better to marry than to burn." Paul was saying, he didn't desire a woman. Well, he didn't have a woman. So he's like, I wish you were like me. Like, I don't, like, my position here is to do what the Lord says. I'm not seeking out a woman. But if you need to have sex, then it's better that you marry than to burn. So how this all ties into the police is what I'm saying is I don't think that all of those police officers made the choice not to come in on their own. We have seen the police do opposite of what police are supposed to do. I think that this is a whole government push. And if I'm right, then you're going to see police off the streets in every major city. It's going to spread like a virus. You're all of a sudden going to see police just disappear. You are. And people are going to be calling the precinct. There is going to be no answer. And once everybody is awake to this because of the news, Fox News, once everybody is awake to this, then the animals are going to hit the street. I mean, they're already out there, but they're not out there attacking like the neighbor. They're attacking corporate America. But when they start attacking neighbors, this corrupt the body ability to break down estrogen slowly poisons the pineal gland to stomp out free thinking. And now we have in vivo PTO, I don't know what that word is, research. Look it up. I'm going to have to because I don't understand what you just said, but thank you very much. I like it when people give me knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because we can share that. Well, this is in retaliation to them shooting that man. And so the police are like, you guys are going to put this guy in jail possibly for the rest of his life. We don't want to be cops anymore. Which is ridiculous. It's like he shot a man in the back running. And you guys are protesting for the police officer. And also in France, they made it a law that you can't choke nobody out. So the French police all over France came out and put their handcuffs and threw their handcuffs down. Like, we don't want to be police officers anymore because you can't choke somebody out. I mean, we are really seeing, we are really, yes, I'm really seeing, I mean, you're really seeing the police are not for the people. That's really what they're displaying. Like, you guys, are you guys serious? You can't choke somebody out and kill them, so you don't want to be a cop anymore? You can't shoot a man in the back who's running from you, so you don't want to be a cop anymore? You're protesting? Nah. Something's wrong with this picture, people. The police are not for us. They're not. We're going to have to go it alone. We're going to have to bring order ourselves. We're going to have to uh, find someone to I want to say lead us, but not necessarily to lead, but somebody has to make sense. That's what I'm saying. Everybody just can't be out there. Somebody's going to have to make sense, and because we're going to need to eat. Winter's going to be coming around in a couple months. If the electric and the gas and there's no more gas and then all the essentials are out, people are going to starve. People are going to freeze. If the U.S. military is hoarding everything for themselves, then what are we going to do? There's going to have to be a voice of reason somewhere. Yes, they were there to keep us in control. But now the ants have taken over the grasshoppers' homes. We always outnumbered them. See, now they feel like there is no control. The span of control is no longer in their hands. It's no longer in their hands. And listen, they could have kept this. They could have kept this at a civil. This could have been civil, but they just wanted to abuse their power and just kill innocent people. And whenever you kill innocent people, you got to understand people are spirit first. That spirit doesn't just go somewhere and all of a sudden they're disappeared and nobody notices. No, no, people feel that because they relate to it. They're like, that could be me. Next thing you know, you have a movement. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking to them. We've been asking them to be civil. But now civil is a thing of the past. No, it's not. No, it's not fun anymore. It's all fun until the rabbit gets the gun. We're the rabbit. Now they got issues. They got issues now. They mad. But they did this. They created this. They created the crazies. Everything was fine. But they created this craziness. And we know who they are. What was that? What was that? Anonymous. Anonymous, those group of hackers. They it is really sad. Anonymous said they know, like the SWAT teams. The SWAT teams come out and mass, raid your home, shoot everything up, and then leave and act like nothing happened. Anonymous is like, we know who you guys are, and we're going to reveal all of your crimes. Expect us. They don't want to hear that. They want to keep living in secret and doing things in secret and keep killing and raping and maiming and, butchering people, stealing from people. I mean, the extortion that the police department does on a daily basis is ridiculous. Forcing you to do, I mean, even federal law says that you don't have to have a license plate. You don't have to register your car. But if you don't, the police are going to harass you, take your car, impound it. It's like 100, $200 a day. Then you go to get your car and it's all stripped down. Wait a minute. I put my car in the police pound. It's supposed to be safe. You go get it, it is stripped down. It's like, enough. We had enough. You guys are not for us. You're not for us. We're supposed to feel safe. We don't feel safe. We're not safe. The people are not safe. Not by these police. We're going to have to get a system where the people are safe. because the crazies can't rule the street. The, huh? They robbed you? When did this happen? I mean, I found out a couple years ago that a police officer raped my sister when she was 3. I didn't even know that until like 3 years ago. My sister told me. Yeah. So I have I just don't want to be around him. I don't want to be around him. He robbed you for 20. Well, yeah, they'll rob you nowadays. I mean, if you get stopped and then they tell you to get out the car, you have to get out the car. Tell you to put your hands behind your back, you have to put your hands behind your back. They handcuff you and then they say, we're going to search you. Is that okay? As if you have a choice. We're just going to go ahead and search you, make sure you don't have any weapons. That's illegal. They should not be searching you. Then they go ahead and search your car. You're supposed to have a warrant before you search my car. You shouldn't even be detaining me if you don't have a reason to detain me. Why am I being detained? There are laws to detaining the people. They just skip right through all those laws because they've been doing it. Yeah, cross the street, get away from them. There are laws to, telling people to get out the car. There's laws to stopping them. They stripped down all those laws. They don't pay no mind to those laws no more. If you're like, I got the right to drive down the street, I can drive down the street. I'm a free person in America. No, sir, you're blah, blah, blah. Like I said, they stopped a man and arrested him for dancing. Said he was dancing in the street. He was like, I'm a choreographer. My car is right behind you. Have a nice day. They're just like, do you feel like hurting yourself? And then arrested him. If you're walking down the street, they can say, oh, you look like somebody. It's like, wait, what? Real race soldiers. You don't know who you're fighting anymore. They can just stop you and say you look like somebody, or somebody said, just some vague nonsense. Like, what are you talking about? I'm walking down the street. Put your hands up, put your hand behind your back, get down on the ground, or all that old nonsense. No law, no more. No law. You have no rights, no law anymore. Yeah, it's messed up. The police in Atlanta decided, and here's the thing about the police in Atlanta deciding that they're calling off. They're not getting any support from any other organization. Well, that's not even close to what happened. That's not even close to what happened. You look at the film again. Go and look at it right now and bring it up. For one, the man was in a parking lot. He was in a Wendy's parking lot, right? And somebody said he fell asleep, so they called the police. We've seen this over and over and over again where the police come to either Wendy's or some kind of drive-through. We saw a 22-year-old black man get mercilessly shot by like 5 officers because he was asleep in the parking lot, and they murdered him. Said he was reaching for a gun that was never found. But this guy was talking just as calm. Then he tried to say he was drinking, but they didn't prove that he was under the influence. They asked him what kind of drink he had. He said, I don't know. And then the officer grabbed him. He says, well, I think you've been, drinking and driving. For one, you didn't see him driving. You saw him sitting in his car and you came and asked him a question. You didn't see him driving. You didn't. So you didn't see him drinking and driving. Drinking is not against the law. If you saw him operate the vehicle, that's a whole different story, but you didn't. Now, if you say, I think that you're too intoxicated to get back in your car and drive, that's a whole different story. Can you call somebody, have them come and pick up your car? Can you leave your car here, catch an Uber home? That's different. Um, so when they were speaking to him, they accused him of something without the proper protocol. Now, the cop says, I think. You can't just arrest somebody on some I think. You have to know. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, either he was drunk or he wasn't. The cop said, I think. And then he went to arrest him. And the dude was like, I'm not getting arrested today. Now, when he took the taser off of both of them, they were tasing him, right? When he took the taser off of him, he got the upper hand on both of them, and he took the taser, which he was being tased by, and ran. Got up and he sprinted away. So the weapon, the revolver that police have is only supposed to be pulled if they think their life is in danger. If somebody, listen, it goes right with the stand your ground laws. If somebody is running away from you, then your life is no longer in danger. Your life is not in danger. And that's just the fact. He didn't attack the police. The police were trying to tase and falsely arrest him, and he was fighting with them. You make it seem like he came out of nowhere and started hitting the police. He got away from them, and they shot. And to make it so bad is the one cop was tasing him. He's already tasing him, and the other cop came from behind the other cop and shot him. Now, we've seen over and over and over where a black man is trying to get away from the police officer feel that they are justified in shooting somebody who's running away from them. You're only supposed to shoot someone if your life is in danger. How is your life in danger if someone's running away from you? It's not. When did he try to shoot the cops? See, this is what I'm talking about. Everybody can see the video. He tried to shoot the cop with what? He didn't have a gun in hand. At no point did he have a gun in hand. How did he try to shoot the police? That's what I'm saying. People just make up stuff and then try to justify a black man being murdered. I'm so sick of this. You believe what you want. I don't care. I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm sick of it. It was discharged already. Oh, yeah. That just happened when they drove off in a police cruiser. That just happened. Right. Still on top after they shot him. Oh, it just... I'm done with people trying to make excuses for killing black men. I'm not. And this is why Black Lives Matter is a thing, because y'all don't think that black men matter. Y'all think we're just throwaway tools. Y'all think, we're just slaves. You can just discard us and nobody cares. No, we're human beings. We're human beings, okay? And I'm just so sick of people making an excuse when someone is dead. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of the sick reasoning that these people get in trying to justify a man who was murdered. This man is dead. He's not in a hospital. He's not coming back to his family. He has kids. His kids aren't going to see him anymore. And you're trying to justify this. I'm so sick of hearing this. Matter of fact, I'm blocking this guy. I hope you're not here because you're about to get blocked. I'm done. I'm blocking anyone who's who's saying any stupid stuff, I'm blocking y'all. I'm done. I'm blocking y'all. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. I'm going to tell you why that's not true. Hold on. We're going to look that up. Now, here's the thing about that. You're saying, you got another one. You're saying the man had a taser, which was already discharged. He took off running, right? There was one cop who was in tow who shot his taser at him. You're saying that this guy who had the other cop's taser was running and turned around and fired a taser at the police. What cop did he fire the taser at? If this is even true. Did he fire a taser at the one who fired the taser at him? So was this a taser fight? Once again, you're not supposed to discharge a weapon unless you are in fear for your life of deadly force. So even if that was true, he still should not have shot him. Still should not have shot him. Only times taser have killed people is when tasers have been discharged multiple times. Meaning multiple people keep tasing a person. 5, 6 cops tasing somebody and they die. That has happened. One person shooting a taser, you know it's a taser, it's your taser. Turn around and shooting a taser at you, that you kill a man for that? You can justify that. You can in your head that's okay, Greg. In your head, that's okay. So if somebody fires a taser at you, you have the right to shoot and kill this person. This is what you're saying. He won the Darwin Award. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Ramirez. But I'm saying, somebody fires a taser at you. This justifies murdering some. You guys are weird, man. You guys are strange folk. He was willing to walk to his sister's home. He told them she lived in walking distance, and they should have. See, you know what the problem is? The problem is the police have a quota, and the police have to arrest so many people because their masters tell them to. So this police officer skipped all kind of protocol and was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and arrest you." When he should have gave the man one of them breathalyzers tests, there should have been a whole walkthrough, and there should have been clear evidence that the man couldn't drive. And you can tell just by simply your whatever the alcohol rate is, according to the law, your alcohol rate is too high for you to drive. That doesn't mean you arrest the man because you didn't even see him driving. And if he said he was willing to walk to his sister's, then why didn't you just let him walk to his sister? No, because they have to make these false arrests. And they've been killing us for so long, it's just nothing to kill us. So you people are weird trying to justify a man being murdered. I just don't understand how you guys get off justifying a murder. I don't. I don't understand that one bit. How you sit here and justify if a man tases you, then you have the right to murder him. I'm lost on that. No, it's because he's black and you feel that his life isn't worth anything. That's what it is. These are all racist ass comments to me. When you guys don't look at it for what it really is, you are a racist person to me. And that's just the facts. You're a racist person. You believe that black lives don't mean a damn thing, and it's okay to just gun down black men who are running for their lives. With all the heinous crimes you guys do to police officers, oh, just kill a black man who resists arrest. Oh, he resisted arrest, kill him. What? Just murder him. He resisted arrest. He deserves to be murdered. You deserve to be murdered. Your life doesn't matter. They should do you like Michael Brown, shoot you and leave you in the street for 2 hours and don't let the ambulance pick you up. Or like other cases where you're shot and laying in the street, and or even a George Floyd where the ambulance didn't even come and pick him up. How about that? Your life doesn't mean a damn thing. Anybody should be able to come and murder you in the street and nobody should say anything. Because you looked at somebody wrong. Because you ran from the police and because you were afraid of them. Uh, like Johnny Gray, the police breaking his neck. They should break your neck. And then you try to justify that. A bunch of cops should jump on you and choke you out in the middle of the street like Eric Garner, and hey, your life doesn't matter, so life goes on, and they're still police officers today. Somebody should come and shoot your 13-year-old child for playing with a plastic gun like they did Tamir Rice. Let's just keep going. All the heinous crimes that's been done to black men and women and children by police, they should be done to you and your family. That's how I feel now. I'm tired of trying to explain to you idiots that we matter. If you keep justifying these murders, well, then you're just letting me know you're just a racist asshole, and there's nothing I can say to get you to understand that we are human beings. You guys don't think we're human beings. You think we're cattle. That's what you think. Or some old craziness like that. To hell with you. I'm done. I got no more energy for you. To hell with anybody thinking like that too. Anyone. Unless you come up with a legitimate reason why this man got shot and killed. And it's a legitimate conversation, then I'll listen to it. But if it's some old stupidity like, oh, he had a taser and he was firing a taser while he was running in the opposite direction. Get out of here. Go die in a fire. Got no more energy for you idiots. Tired of it. I'm sick of it. Y'all don't think my life matters? Then to hell with you. Your life don't matter to me. You want to keep making excuses for these white cops gunning us down? Then your life don't mean jack to me either. I'm done. I'm tired of being nice. You think they should be able to murder me for holding a taser? I think they should be able to murder you. Now we're even. I'm not going to cry for you. You're not going to cry for me. All right? It is what it is. I was looking for the video on World Star Hip Hop. They try to say that he here's a video where a white guy does everything and the police officer holds a gun to him. He ends up taking the damn police car, the police officer's car. And he did everything. He hit this police officer. He fought with him. He did everything. Everything. And the police officer does not shoot him. And then you're going to try to tell me some old nonsense about a taser? No, I'm done with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. He reacted out of fear. Two officers all of a sudden beating you up. You don't think George Floyd went through his head? He was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. And look, he died just like that. We can't win. The man had a couple drinks, and this is what makes it so bad. He had a few drinks and he was pulled over. I mean, this sounds like a sane person to me. This sounds like a responsible human being. I'm just wondering, how did this man deserve to die? This sounds like a responsible person. I had a few too many. I'm going to sit right here in the parking lot. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I don't drink, so I don't know. But isn't that what you're supposed to do? Aren't you supposed to take responsibility as an adult for what you do? If you think you had too many, shouldn't you pull over? And isn't a Wendy's parking lot a safe place to be? There's nobody coming by you zooming at, 50, 60 mile an hour. You're off the main street. You're legally parked. Shouldn't that be a... I'm confused. How is this a bad place to be? How did Wendy's get you killed? You're going to arrest me because I was a responsible person? I pulled over. I'm sitting in the Wendy's parking lot in the proper parking space within the lines, and I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here. Please come out. Hey, can we talk to you? I'm like, okay, what? I had something to drink. I don't know what it was. I'm just sitting here. Call the man an Uber if you think he shouldn't be driving. But no, you go to arrest him? Yeah, he was thinking about George Floyd. And I'm glad they burned that damn Wendy's down. Bastards. Burn that damn thing down. Damn employees are the one who called the police on him. That's who. Okay, so the man is doing what? What do we got here? What crime is he committing? For you assholes who think it's okay to kill black people, he's committing what crime here? What's he doing? Okay, so there he is. All right.
What's up, my man? Hey. What's up, man? You good? You don't need an ambulance or anything like that? Are you just tired? Alright, man. Just I'll move my car. Just pull up. Just pull somewhere and take a nap. Alright.
They didn't want him to drive. Why did they let him do that? So that's him parked.
I want to deal with this dude right now. Hey, how much did I drink tonight? Not much? How much is not much?
About a drink, about 12 today.
Alright. Hey, give me your license on you real quick?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's legal. Ask him for his license.
What are you here for a visit?
I'm visiting.
Where are you visiting?
My mother's grave site.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
How long has she passed for?
It's been probably about a year and a half now, but
Okay, I'm sorry to hear
my
that.
birthday's just passed, and my girlfriend's birthday just passed. But I went to visit her, and
Yeah. Alright.
we decided to eat Burger King tonight, and hey, this happened.
Right, I hear you.
I said, babe, what's the scores?
Right. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna talk to this officer here for a minute, and then we'll be good to go. Okay.
So he's parked correct. Now, am I wrong? That's correct parking, isn't it? Okay, so right now he hasn't committed a crime, but they suspect him of drinking too much because they found him in the line and he wasn't moving. He was just sitting there. So to me, that's correct. You ask him to pull over, he pulls over. The cop asked him for his license. I would have done the same thing. That's protocol. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. Now, mind you, the person who's talking to him now is not the person who shot him. The guy who's pulling up here is the guy who shot him.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, stay in the car. Stay right there. Hey, what's going on? So, Simon passed out in the parking lot. I'm sitting here.
So he was in the driveway.
Yeah, he's on. Car's on. Took me like a few minutes to wake him up. Kept knocking, opened the door.
Still not a crime.
Woke up super groggy. Got pretty good smell of alcoholic beverage coming out of the car. Eyes are watery, glassy. Started his words. Wasn't sure where he was. And telling me he had one drink. He said earlier.
Tell me, I wasn't here, so can you tell me what happened before we got here?
I can just go home. I have my daughters there right now. My daughter's birthday was yesterday.
Hold on, Miss Brooks. Will you take a preliminary breath test for me? Yes or no?
I don't want to refuse anything.
It's yes or no. It's completely up to you.
Yes, I will.
Okay, just wait here while I grab.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was like I said, it was
Was
her
that one
birthday.
was that 1.8? See, now we have to look up the law.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She's
What is that 1.8? What is that? Is that 10.8? I don't know what it is.
top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was like I said, it was her birthday, and
You had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
no sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Rob.
All right, I think you've had too much to drink.
Nope. No. Did he or did he not have too much to drink? What was his blood alcohol level? See, this is when the officer is supposed to tell him, your blood alcohol level is this. Now, I bet if we go and look up the law and find out
I'm
exactly
not sure. It's something she ordered.
and find out exactly what was his blood alcohol level, it's a good chance that his blood alcohol level was not. Now, I'm just guessing because that's 108. I'm wondering, was his blood alcohol level illegal? So I'm wondering this. So hold on a second because I'm going to look it up. Nothing happened before he got there. Nothing, right? I'm really surprised they didn't say he was reaching for a gun. Right, they usually do that. They drive white folks home. Yeah, they drive them home. Okay, so we got that information, right? Okay, boom. I'm going to look up the blood alcohol level for driving, right? We can do that, right? Let's just do this to see, is he arrestable or is he not? Because I don't think he's arrestable. Blood alcohol level refers to the percentage of alcohol or ethanol in a person's bloodstream. 10% mean that an individual's blood supply contains 1 part alcohol for every 1,000 parts blood. In California, a person is legally intoxicated if she has a BAC of what? What? You didn't tell me. All right. I'll be specific. Understanding blood alcohol level. Okay. Breathe test under legal limit. DUI lawyer. Okay. Understanding your blood alcohol result. A BAC of 0 grams or gives rise to. Okay, now this is what we need. Because I could be wrong. This is why you ask the questions. Was he correct in arresting him? Is it an arrestable offense? Can you be convicted of a driving under the influence if I blew under the legal limit? Somebody's saying something. He was being very respectful. They shouldn't have arrested him. The conviction of DUI, the state must provide beyond a reasonable doubt that you drove while your alcohol. Okay, see, that's what I was getting at. Okay. One way is a DUI per SE. I don't know what that means. To convict you of a DUI per SE, the state must provide beyond a reasonable doubt that you drove while your blood alcohol concentration BAC was 0.08 grams or more as a measure within 3 hours after driving from the alcohol consumption before driving. So it looks to me that he was, of course, I can't read this in detail. So it has to be 0. I'm sorry, you guys. 0.08. His was, according to the officer, 0.8. So it was over the limit. All right.
But she said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
This guy just.
I'm not sure. It was
drunk to me.
like I said, her birthday and.
You had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
No, sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Ross.
All right. I think you've had too much to drink to be driving. So put your hands behind your back for me.
It's still not an arrestable offense. They still would have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he was, they saw him driving other than parking his car.
Put your hands behind your back.
That guy moves pretty good for a drunk person.
Hey, stop fighting. Stop fighting. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased.
Okay.
You're gonna get tased.
Okay.
Stop.
This is Officer 1. This is Officer 2. Officer 2 is the one who's this car, the site we're seeing. This is the first guy who showed up. This is the second guy.
Mr. Ross. Hey, stop fighting.
This all could have been avoided. They did not have to arrest him.
Stop fighting.
Okay, so Officer 2, right? Officer 1, he's tasing him, and he's fighting with the taser, right? He's grabbing the taser, right? Grabs the taser. He's got Officer 1's taser. Officer 2 still has his taser. He gets Officer 1's taser. Boom.
Stop fighting.
Has his taser, boom. Gets up. Officer 2 goes for his taser. This is a taser fight at this point. He deploys his taser. Boom. Still deploying his taser. Okay, turns around and shoots the taser at this guy. Where's the other officer at? Now you got to understand, how far does a taser shoot? This guy has a taser. He turned around and shot the taser. Why? This guy doesn't have a gun. He has a taser. That makes no goddamn sense to me. I hope they burn in hell. That makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. That's who shot him. Officer 1 shot him. Okay. Still makes no sense to me. He turned around and deployed a taser at you, and you killed him. No. Officer also shot this car right here. He also shot that car, the white car.
Oh my!
I think he great.
No way. Officer also shot this car. There are 2 passengers in this car right here. I'm sorry. I don't care. That man did not have a deadly weapon in his hand. No. No. Cops are hanging people, so rule 1, I'm not trying to hear that. Police did nothing wrong. Well, police shot and killed a black man. That's wrong. So, yeah. They killed a black man. That's wrong. No way it's justified. I'm done arguing with people. I'm not arguing with them no more. If you think police did nothing wrong, you can just get off my channel. Because I don't want to hear your opinion. Yeah. Yeah. See, I had to check the limit to be sure, because I don't know about DUIs and stuff. I don't drink, so I don't have to watch those things. But still, man fired a taser, you blew him away. Nope. Yeah. They wouldn't do this to a white person. They would not do this to a white person. They wouldn't even arrested a white person. No. No. White boys get drunk all the time and act a damn fool. And they ain't getting shot and killed. No, hell no. Remember the one story where the police pulled over a white dude, and the dude opened fire and shot the police and his dad. They're still alive today. Nope. I'm not hearing it. Yeah. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing no excuse to kill a black man. If that's what your modus operandi is, if that's the way you feel, if you feel like the police did nothing wrong and there's another black man dead, well, you can get off my channel because I don't want to hear your opinion anymore. I'm tired of talking to y'all. My life matters. My life is just as important as yours. My life is just as important as yours, just as important as any white person. I don't care how much money you got. I deserve to be alive just like anyone else. And if you don't believe that's true, then don't come over here because you're not welcome. You're not welcome. My skin color doesn't say throw away. That's not what it reads on my forehead. Throw me away. I don't matter. I don't make a difference in life. No, I make a big difference. I've helped a lot of people. I've done things. I fought for this damn country. No, I'm not welcoming up my own home. No, you kiss my ass. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of all you racist bastards. Police did nothing wrong. No, go somewhere. Go somewhere else and be racist. Don't come around here with your racist comments because I don't want to hear it. Now, if you have a legitimate conversation, that's different. You know what I'm saying? If you have some references and examples, listen, I'll talk to a redneck in a heartbeat. If that redneck had some input that was viable and that was something we could research, if there were some numbers behind it that we can get into, I'll talk to a Klans member if they got on here and they said, got on here with some numbers and made sense and said something that made sense, because we're not going to agree, but for the conversation, I will research it and we will go through the numbers. We will look at it. We'll start at the federal level and go all the way down to the county level, and we will look at those numbers and we will have that damn conversation. That's how you bridge the gap. You don't just say, well, you're a Klan member, I don't want to talk to you. You find out the reasons why, and you find out that a lot of people, their depiction of other people is completely skewed by what some other outside entity has told them. You find out it's absolutely wrong. You find out, oh, they don't act like. Listen, I've been in places where they never seen black people. You know what that feels like? I mean, you know what that here in America. I didn't travel abroad to do it. Here in America, they saw me. They were just like, I've been in places here in this city where they openly said, we're not used to seeing your kind over here. I walked into a Chase Bank and they were in fright. These white women thought I was getting ready to kill everyone. And I was like, what's wrong with these people? And she was like, we're not used to seeing your kind here. Racist cunt. And that's 15 minutes from me. From my house. That's 15 minutes from my house. You people just don't get it. You just don't get it. You just think that just because we're black that we are some kind of foreign creature and we're all just gonna eat everyone. Like we're all just running around when white people have killed more races of people, more races of animal. You've destroyed whole ecosystems. You just listen. The American Indian were in the millions, and you killed them off. The rainforest, the Amazon rainforest, 20 million people gone because diseases that white people bring to them. It's ridiculous to make the black person the bane of existence, the very dirt, the throwaway, and as if we're the ones who invaded every country and murdered millions. What country did black people invade and murder millions? Where? What country? What continent? What continent did we invade and we murdered and slaughtered millions? I'm just curious. Tell me the story where a bunch of black people slaughtered millions of other races. Now, Africa has their own issues. Idi Amin and all that he was doing, Mogadishu and all that other stuff. They have their own issues. What continent did we get on a boat? We got on a boat. We sailed because the Moors, they're black people. The Moroccans, they're seafaring people. They've been sailing. Tell us what country did we go into that country and we took over that country? Leopold killed 15 million Africans. He was Dutch. 15 million. Just tell us. Stop acting like a victim. I'm not a victim. My numbers don't say that black people are victims. It's pitiful. You're pitiful. You're pitiful, Gregory. Is that what your mom calls you, Gregory? Huh? Does she still call you Gregory? Gregory? Gregory, come in. It's time to eat, Gregory. Gregory, you're on the wrong channel. All right, stop acting like a victim is victim. It's not a good look for you. Good look for me. Well, it just so happens that I'm going through history and telling you what you did. What you did. I'm telling. See, it hurts, doesn't it, Gregory? When people bring up what you and your clan did. You did this. Well, I keep getting called racist. You just hate in your heart. I hate who? I don't need help. I'm not a racist. I know some good white folk. But don't try to act like black people are the ones who's committing all these crimes and doing all this bad stuff when we look at history. White people have invaded every single continent in divide and conquer. Every single one. You killed 87 million Taino Indians? I mean, when you look at the slaughter, the Spanish Inquisition, the Queen of England, I mean, when you just look at the slaughter, Hitler slaughtering 70 million Jews. The white man is the most dangerous person on the planet. Now, there are some good white folk. I know some good white folk. I do business with them all the time. But what continent did Africans invade and killed millions of people? Just murdered them without rhyme or reason. You can't tell me. That's why you're talking about quit acting like a victim, because you don't know. The answer is none. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, those were all tests. You guys knew that Pearl Harbor was going to get bombed, and you let Pearl Harbor get bombed because you wanted to test out your weapons. You guys love to murder. You love to murder. But black people are just the I just love it. Oh, Gregory. Oh, Gregory. Watching the news, I saw a white man with a knife chasing the police. Yeah, he's chasing the police. They chased him a while, then went on for a while. Mind you, he's chasing them with the same knife he just killed 3 family members with. It's just ridiculous. And you know what they're going to do? Apprehend him. And they didn't kill him. But that guy deserves due process after he murdered 3 family members. This guy who's asking to go home to his 3 kids. That's what this man did. He asked, could he go home to his 3 kids? That's what he did. Look, he's asking, did I miss it? Didn't he ask, could he go home to his children? I could have sworn he did. But
All right, stay in the car. Stay right there.
the white guy kills 3 family members dead,
Before we got here,
and he gets apprehended. This guy's cooperating with the cops until he had enough.
will you take a preliminary breath test for me? Just yes or no.
I don't want to refuse anything.
It's yes or no. It's completely up to you.
Yes, I will.
Okay, just wait here while I grab.
He should have said no.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure. It's something she ordered. She said top shelf or whatever.
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure. It was, like I said, it was her birthday, and
You had about 1.5 drinks, but you don't remember what kind of drinks they were?
no, sir.
All right.
I really don't, Mr. Ross.
All right, I think you've had too much to drink to be...
All right, you guys, I gotta go. Just ridiculous. I'll talk to you later. Bye.